Make sure you guys are subscribed. Support me, please.
Seriously.
I'm dying inside. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Mary Jane Uzumaki.
I'm Keith.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. Watch Mojo, top 20 most iconic K-pop songs ever. This is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, become a real redeemer today. For more content like this, jump on the Patreon where we'll be getting into more Watch Mojo stuff and some other lists on there today and also for the rest of this month. But this is going to be funny just because I used to watch Mojo's top 20 list all the time. And I thought they were fire. And then as of late, I feel like some of the lists have been done by people who don't pay attention to whatever genre they're doing. They Naruto videos irritate the hell out of me. Top 20 strongest characters, and that should be anybody at like number in top 5.
What do they have Naruto as?
Would you like?
What do they have? What do they have Naruto as?
I don't know. I don't even know if he was in a. I don't even know if he was in A5.
What? He's literally like number.
Right.
Naruto. Sorry, I had to do a soccer.
They do some Disney ones as well, and those are just as equally annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like to do best Disney songs or whatever, best villain songs. And it's always the same 5 songs at the top 5, and it's like, okay, we get it. You guys, the same 3 people you poll every time really like the song. Find some new people.
It's just dumb. Like when nobody else got called in that show to save the world. He did. But.
Yeah, but no long talk. We'll jump on there and see what iconic songs they have on there. This also should be interesting because you've been a K-pop fan since like the mid 2000s and stuff like that as well.
I was in 10th grade.
And we obviously caught back up. So yeah, let's jump into this. Shit should just be 20 BTS songs. Like, nah.
Top 20 iconic K-pop songs. For this list,
Wonder
the
Girls.
most innovative, memorable, and/or quality tracks in the genre. If we forget your favorite,
Sexy
let us
in
know
the
in the
note.
comments below. Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Yeah, y'all. So make sure y'all subscribe and become real redeemers today. For more content like this, jump on
Number
Patreon.
20, Candy, H.O.T. Setting the tone
SM in
for
the
90s
building.
music in South Korea, H.O.T. is an integral and influential act in K-pop history.
Huh?
I was actually having to turn up a little bit because I couldn't hear.
Their embrace of pop sounds paved the way for other similar groups to follow. Developing mainstream production elements, this act provided a crucial puzzle piece for the development of the larger style. The bubblegum hit Candy is an
definitely
unabashed
sounds
statement
familiar,
that
but
hasn't
that sounds
bounced
like
off
Because NCT redid it.
The release also set the stage
Yes,
for the
they BTS either did a version of that or something else too. But NCT literally recreated the song.
Number 19, Up and Down.
Hey,
EXID.
EXID.
Powered by an alluring cocktail of beats, EXID has never sounded better.
So what does
than
beat
on
sound like to you, man? That's my baby.
The experimental sound centers around a recurring trumpet noise that lures listeners back for more and lends an inviting hook with unorthodox influences. It was included on both their second EP and the debut album Trouble, introducing the band to a larger audience. Even with a slight delay in appreciation, listeners eventually came around to the song months after its initial release thanks to a viral fan cam, and the track ended up reaching the top of South Korean charts. The group's performance was undeniable once people decided to give them a chance. Number 18, Electric Shock, FX. Don't just take it from us.
They just was singing
Take it
with
from
the
the fact that
BTS
Electric
one,
Shock received over 500,000 downloads in a single week.
Shorty with the short cut.
This
Amber.
one's iconic, all right. Combining electronic and pop wonder, this exciting production contains all the marks of a classic from FX. 4 years after its release, the tune continued to garner large amounts of views on YouTube.
I could have told you what year it was just by like the looks in the video.
Because millions of listeners kept coming back to this electro masterpiece through other newer releases too. This was definitely a turning point for the girl group, as not only the song, but the entire EP actually made it to the top of the Cowan charts. Number 17, Call Me Baby, EXO. For this mid-2010s release, EXO once again shows that they have what it takes to reach a massive audience.
That's why I love Shot and Makeup.
Even took hold in the US and the UK, along with, of course, South Korea. It's easy to understand why after you hear the song. A single off of their second album, Exodus. This pop track features a chorus that feels right at home with the best songwriting of the era. It's also in debt to previous K-pop and even American influences. Mixing old and new influences, the group made the most out of a clever beat with a release that captivated millions.
This is gonna sound a little nuts, but the
This is gonna sound like you need to get out.
From Airbnb.
This isn't K-pop.
Number 16, Catalina.
Catalina.
Known for their stylish
Orange
concepts,
Caramel sound crazy.
Orange Caramel brings an elaborate mix of pop influences to this single.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Catalina has a hook that isn't
Wow,
easily forgotten
that was
in the
creative.
best way possible. This
He
is
was an
partly due
octopus.
to the use of a
Okay.
Punjabi folk song sample, which provides a welcome change to the typical sounds of K-pop.
Definitely feel like it could have changed the
Track
way.
embraces other European
Like I
and
heard on
American
Ramna.
styles as well to round out its unique production. Combine
She
the girl
bad.
group's work with a truly striking and unforgettable
One theory.
music video, and you have your classic recipe for success. Number 15, Sherlock Clue and
Shiny.
Note. Shiny. You get 2 tracks for the price of 1 in Sherlock Clue and Note. If for no other reason, this combination
Yeah, they for
presents
sure
an
look like they was about to
epic
solve a
that's
crime.
rarely seen in the usual K-pop scene.
I love this. Now,
Effectively
notice what you
performs
just said.
each section with their trademark talents. Dubbed a hybrid remix, the group's single features creative references to detective stories such as the Numbers
The
titular
long
series.
hair and a bang. That was moving. That was moving.
The high caliber
I was
of this
about
pop
to say, that's
presentation
Tatum.
comes with every passing
Yeah,
line.
nah, it was
You gotta
for
post-
sure knew that was
You gotta
Tatum.
post that little joint that you
It is
posted
a
me when
bright
I'm in
spot
the
in a
credits.
catalog of sharpness and innovativeness that captures commercial praise. Number 14, Ring-a-Linga, Taeyong.
There you go.
From his time in
That's
Big
bad.
Bang to his solo efforts,
His
Taeyong
wife
has
again.
enjoyed immense popularity for his varied output. Ring-a-Linga comes from his second album, Rise, and features a co-writing credit from the talented G-Dragon. Building off a strong foundation, the artist gives his all to an EDM track full of big swings. The inclusion of hip-hop verses gives listeners a look into the singer's strong
Glad to see
performance style.
something's
It's
always
the
been
kind of
on
music
Facebook.
to elevate any evening at the club or night out, and easily climb the ranks on the
Dude,
U.S.
those are
World Digital
the
Song
yeah,
Sales.
retros
Throw
right
in
there.
a few cool music videos, and you have another iconic release for the performer.
He's getting down and dirty
Oh.
in that
Number
video.
13, number 1,
Boa.
Boa. In what could be considered her most important song, Boa performs a piece full of memorable phrases.
She's legendary.
Oh, she's like the Jessica Simpson.
The young artist was more
That's
than
what's
ready to
good.
set a new
Her songs was
It
good.
sounds like a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
In fact, she's considered to be one of the top
Like, I don't like
faces of
that.
the genre, and her command of the early 2000s scene earned
That's my
her
song.
Queen of
Yeah,
K-pop.
yeah, plus
This
Boa look
release
good.
brings together her
Yeah.
star power and ability to elevate
Somebody
any
call her the Beyonce career.
So you compare her to
Being
Justin
just
Bieber.
16 years
Okay.
old at the time makes this success
How
even
dare
better.
you?
Yeah.
Her studio album of the same name was actually the 4th bestseller of the year. The Daesung winning track took the Idol and Korean music
She
to
won a
another
Daesung
level,
off this.
making her number 1 indeed.
Come on, yo. No one's downloading that game. That's how you know I have it.
Those ads on IG.
Number 12,
They'd be
Sorry,
insane.
Sorry, Super Junior. This funky track has all the pop and dance parts you could hope for.
Super
in a
Junior.
K-pop song.
It's a lot of SM on here. We already had a Shiny, a FX, the EXO.
Start off with
moment in the history of Super Junior
What was
and
it
the
they did,
larger
I
genre.
think Boas and SM.
Packed single,
This is
highlights
SM
13
people.
members in a groovy production. Known as the major players in the Hallyu
It sound like-
the act was arguably never better than on this popular release, which propelled them to the top of cultural favor. Several artists have covered it in tribute, making it obvious that it's become much more than a commercial property.
Yeah, that's my thing. I would assume these videos, half of these should be videos that
Number 11,
the new people cover.
Wonder Girls. Courtesy of JYP Entertainment, nobody finds the Wonder Girls in a groundbreaking
JYP.
The throwback song harkens back to 60s style numbers while also progressing the sounds of K-pop. In keeping with that retro idea,
I like
the
it.
music video follows suit.
I heard they was like that when they was out.
The likes of Motown. It's much more than visuals, as the group
Yeah,
members
I
sing their
don't know if they
heads
still
off.
active.
With all the right musical and stylistic elements, the
Like,
track
what's his name?
eventually created a major bridge between East and West, and made an unprecedented splash on the U.S.
Jimmy
Billboard
like to
Hot
go.
100.
Jimmy.
Signaling its mainstream popularity in the country, K-pop at this point was no longer a niche genre for some Americans. Number 10, Growl, EXO.
EXO bad.
With a strong fan base off of this song, EXO rose to stardom with their elite level talent.
EXO all the niggas. You like Lay on here? Sakai back.
An R&B sound all its own, and allows the members to infuse pop into the performance. With fantastic choreography, the music video also summed up their
Dang.
multifaceted vocals. The overall success of the song ensured that it appeared on charts such as Billboard's Korea K-pop Hot 100.
It's the bad boy of
The
the.
mark of its commercial and cultural impact came with its impression on audiences in North Korea. Considered a modern classic in many circles, this enduring single is still an
I know this was a joint. I think
undisputed
it felt like the whole video was a one take.
I think so. I remember that show doing that. You guys would get how to
Number
come
9,
up there.
Ring Ding Dong, Shiny. Not
I was gonna say the
every
track from
K-pop
Friday.
song is a lyrical masterpiece.
Ring.
The lyrics of Ring Ding Dong fall into familiar territory when talking about love, but reach an entertaining peak with the chorus. You can't help but sing along with it by the end. Shiny leans into the track's fun grooves with complete professionalism. It's even been suggested that their work is so memorable that it's a notable distraction to South Korean students.
Now people couldn't be in school and shit.
The release captured the hearts of audiences in the home country and elsewhere. The band even saw early success in the United States as K-pop was beginning to gain ground around the world.
She said, ring, ring, ring.
Yo, they giving us a commercial like every 30 seconds.
Ring,
This
ring.
person
Watch,
really trying to get paid.
watch Mojo, gotta make sure them bills is. Ring, ring, ring.
Number 8, Neurotic. TVXQ.
I was hoping they was
This
gonna
highly
have
acclaimed track from
TVXQ up here.
TVXQ marks one of the group's strongest outings.
Legendary.
My God.
Sharing the title of their fourth album, Neurotic was greeted with immediate success from both South
I hope
Korean
they
and
have 2 p.m. in
Japanese
here then.
audiences. The ensemble really
That's what-
shines
what do you know
on
about
their
2 p.m.?
final hit as a 5-piece
So,
band. However, the original lyrics were
Iconic.
considered explicit for their sexual connotations, which would later prompt a clean version to be recorded. Still, this didn't stop it from being extremely popular with audiences. Full of proud pop elements, this single represents another high point for male groups in the late 2000s. Critics and audiences seem to agree that it is a near perfect example of everything there is to love about K-pop. Number 7, I Am the Best, 21.
21.
Throwing
CL.
subtlety out the
Yeah.
window, 21
Yes.
soon as I seen her with that belt.
With their own brand of empowering music.
She just kind of walked in the room and she looked like she like
Their
the
girl
boss
pop
bitch.
style
Like.
created a
Love
different
the
corner of the
leather.
If
sandbox
she had a
than
K-pop
already
female
shown.
final boss,
With a
it's
full
fucking
throttle
sick.
video, I
Winter
Am the
is
Best
coming.
finds the members in glorious outfits, swinging around some surprisingly stylish weapons. The mix of electro, house, and hip-hop also suits the group,
Well, she decent.
while still keeping up an inviting sound for all kinds of audiences.
She's giving
It was a breakthrough
Beyonce.
for 21, in part profiting
I
from
can
the
see- I can see
newfound
that.
support for South Korean culture.
She's still active right now
Also brought
doing
about a
stuff.
spotlight to the girl crush movement.
She living in the hills.
Number 6, Bubble Pop, Hyuna.
Yona.
Among the
That's
catchiest
big.
songs in a genre full of them, Bubble Pop displays the talents of Hyuna as well as any other number.
She left that nigga.
Her solo career exploded with this release in the early 2010s, taking bubblegum to a whole new level. This pop tune has a chorus that's a certifiable winner.
Mojo, you should put the subtitles on.
There's also an
Bro, I wonder how many
element
people in
that
their
helps
comments
get
on that
listeners
bullshit.
becoming a viral hit on YouTube. The video
I suppose
was
it's probably
the
like, you
first
pull it
to
up
pass
yourself and watch
100
this.
million views.
Right.
Yeah, all these fucking ads, have subtitles on there.
It will forever be a summer anthem that proves there is an international audience for great music regardless of language barriers.
It's funny. That look right there is giving J-Lo Love Don't Cost a Thing. Think you're gonna
I'm going to stop
find
with the references because I don't know
I
anybody.
know, so take it.
Yeah, that's true.
While you could argue
Respectfully.
about the exact
Stop
point that
comparing.
K-pop came into being, many people credit this song with starting the movement.
Hip hop is back.
How low can you go?
To the South Korean music industry, mixing elements of pop and
I was
hip-hop.
about to say,
Tay-J and boys were ahead of their time with this track.
Snow.
Like the Snow Informer.
It borrows elements from
Hey.
late 80s and early 90s genres such as New Jack Swing, and even includes some
What year
rocking
was this?
guitars to round out
Early
the eclectic
90s.
sound. As one of the first of its kind, this piece sets the tone for the many
He
more
considered
successful
kind of the first
releases to
K-pop
follow.
group.
That's decent.
So Taji and the boys.
Don't keep yourself.
Yo, hey, come on, yo. Was that the Pop Piper man?
First they had a something for women. Now they have something for y'all men. They're like, yeah, we ain't care about y'all.
Number 4, Gangnam Style.
Dum 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 dum.
Bringing K-pop to a global
Yeah, it's definitely happy up
Psy
here.
created one
I
of
feel
the
like
most
this is still kinda
recognizable
low, though.
hits in the genre.
What's the rank right now?
It's number 4. You think it should be top 2?
I think
What's
it's
number
top-
four?
I think it could be
Video
top
and remarkable
3.
Not
Definitely
only did
push
he
it to.
cement himself
These next ones are on BTS videos.
But
I'm
that's
fucking
that's
flip.
why
I'm
I'm kind of
flipping my shit.
reserving judgment.
Gangnam Style
I would assume Dynamite they about to say is number 1.
Dynamite is probably number 1. There'll probably be a Blackpink song up there. Because like Love Sick Girls made it over here pretty comfortably.
Any niche audiences by becoming a
If they do Blackpink, I feel like they're gonna do Kill Us Lover, do 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 do.
or its typical sounds. This over-the-top creation is
But
endlessly
Psy definitely should be up here because I feel like it ushered in a new wave of K-pop people.
And it felt like
This guy niggas
It felt
comedy
modern.
blood,
dudes.
sweat, and tears.
3?
Never conceded. I mean,
Shorty up there
okay.
twice.
BTS arrived on the scene as
Oh my
a remade band.
I hope BTS is up here twice.
It was songs like Blood, Sweat, and
Blood,
Tears.
Sweat, and Tears
I
is
feel like this should have been number 1 to be
Great
honest.
K-pop
Over
act.
Dynamite?
Yeah, I feel like this
shit.
Yeah, but I think Dynamite did more from
Like you
A
said,
domestic-
this should be the opening song
The
to
single
introduce somebody.
explores the sometimes visceral and complicated
Okay.
experience of being in a relationship. This
In my
particular track
No, I
also
don't
explores
disagree.
sounds from the Moombahton style.
Well, would you throw somebody in the deep end of what K-pop sounds like, or would you give them a
Other
Dynamite to get
efforts,
them
the production
acclimated and then show?
It really depends on who I'm talking to and you know what type of music
BTS
I like.
revealed themselves as bona fide superstars willing to push themselves into greatness.
Hey.
So if I know you listen to all type of music, then I would show you that.
Right.
Within several years, they continued their climb to the top of their genre with works like
So if you're
Dynamite.
showing this now, then it's not
Number
on the
2,
list.
G, Girls'
Wow,
Generation.
that's crazy.
Brimming with
Hey,
pop
it's my
perfection,
guy from
G set a
Shining.
new standard for girl groups in K-pop. Girls' Generation's 9 members make their mark across an engaging production. Full of electro-pop majesty, this song sings the praises of being in love. It wasn't the act's last brush with success either. Just the opposite. It set them on a course for international stardom. This track helped bring about renewed attention to K-pop in the late 2000s, signaling the global breakthrough for the genre in the 2010s.
Cross you guys
Girls' Generation also helped to shape the next wave of female ensembles with their extensive lineup.
Kind of just said the same thing you said.
Oh, really?
Before we continue, be sure
I was
to
about to say, I swear to God, Britney Spears.
to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos
Not
for
even
all of them.
K-pop. We
If you're
going
on
Britney
your phone,
Spears,
be
baby.
sure you
It's
go into your
good guy.
settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Fantastic Baby, Big Bang. There's a reason that Big Bang is considered the kings of K-pop. With the release
Make
of
sure y'all jump on the
Fantastic
Patreon. It's gonna be
Baby,
quite a
the
few
band
Big Bang
reached
stuff
yet
on there this
another
month.
success.
What year was this Mojo film?
This is literally 2 days ago.
Oh,
Their innovative track incorporates various pop.
This ain't too far off, though, from what some people say, though.
Pure excitement. The double platinum hit sold millions.
I was about to say, they go
Became one of the
Top,
best-selling
G-Dragon,
songs in the
Tae.
whole country.
no, I feel that. It's just like, I say that's a reaction.
Critics have also been kind to this release and its place in the genre's history. Many cite it as a crowning achievement for the act.
So everybody
in
love Top.
2010's music as a whole, bringing together high production
Tae
values
Yang.
and infectious hooks into a results.
Nigga, everybody stop.
Fantastic,
Enjoyed this
baby.
video? Check out these
Oh,
other
yeah.
clips from Watch Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and bring
You wrote some of my favorite
10
songs.
convicted murders who gave TV interview for being arrested. I gotta save that to my history.
Wait, what?
You know I like the true crime stuff.
So yeah, obviously, make sure you guys are subscribed, and we get into more Watch Mojo stuff. Obviously, everybody's gonna have a different opinion on the top 10, 20 iconic K-pop songs, which I didn't. I should have read into that more. It says songs, not music videos. I still feel like that Dynamite would have still been something, but that's either here nor there. Because my whole thing was going to be, I'm pretty sure, depending on when you came into K-pop, that list seems very much different. If you've been listening to K-pop since like 1998, your 20 songs sounds different than somebody who just joined K-pop in like 2022 or something like that. And even with Redeemers, sometimes we ask questions because we'll say or feel a certain way about a song, and we always say, yo, tell us what it was like outside when the song like was out, because the feel and the vibe might have been totally different then than now. Like, you know, Fantastic Baby isn't particularly one of my biggest like Big Bang songs. In fact, I still kind of like I like Bang 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 better than that.
Same.
And I think that quote unquote like that's their most viewed songs. But someone might say, well, if you was outside, you would know that this song is more important because blase, 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 blah.
It gives the context to it.
Yeah, so like context is always key. So I think that's important to kind of understand, even if y'all are, you know, kind of maybe either see a facial expression or maybe wonder sometimes even when we question things, it's because if you don't have that information, then you're just going to go off of whatever you know. With that being said, I definitely can understand why a lot of these groups are up here and why a lot of these songs are up here. Anytime we watch videos talking about the history of K-pop or just kind of the most influential groups, it seemed like they nailed every group that kind of always gets talked about. Blackpink not being up here maybe is a bit of like kind of just a head scratcher because they had multiple groups up here like 2 times. So
I was or no Red Velvet.
that's a good question too, especially with SM in general, because SM, excuse me, SM is damn near half this list. So, you know, I might be quote unquote like my only gripe, you know, is like maybe limit one song per group. But who am I? Maybe songs might have 5 songs that was iconic that they couldn't fit all in here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I can just make it one.
Yeah. This was really interesting to watch. You know, I just always like hearing other people's opinions. Not so I can like, you know, go back and forth with them, but it just be really interesting to see how other people think. You know, especially when you're used to being around people who have the same opinions as you most of the time. I feel like this was dedicated maybe to older groups a little bit. It felt like I didn't really see like a lot of new songs or anything like that. When I seen TVXQ, I expected to see 2PM up here. I really would have liked to see them up here. But I feel like Blood, Sweat, and Tears really should have been number one. I just feel like that song has a bit of everything to show someone, you know. Literally, like, it happened to me. Like, I showed someone, I forget what song I showed them first of BTS, and I really fucking like the song. But how fucking I remember? But no, I don't remember the song, but he didn't like it. And then I was like, no, listen to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
You should like Make It Right or something first?
Maybe.
I feel like those is like your songs that you liked a lot. Was like Palm Man, Make It Right, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears were kind of like, I know songs you liked a lot.
Yeah, but then I was just, you know, so I just feel like that really should have been like number one. It's just a really, really, really good song.
Yeah, plus, like, I know songs, some different songs hold a place in some people's hearts more than others. So, you know, someone else might see this list and be like, I don't know none of this fucking garbage. And other people might be like, this shit is like masterpiece.
Well, I like listen to all. It doesn't matter what year it came out. If it's fire, it's fire. You know. And to see that, oh, y'all was doing this in the 90s, like, you know what I mean? Like, so.
That's what's really, that's what's really more impressive is just kind of watching everything from the 90s even kind of work its way up to now, and just how the same and how different K-pop is, if that makes sense, with like just things that look like that were going on in the 90s and early 2000s that still go on and are kind of updated, versus kind of everything else.
The long hair is killing me.
You said what?
No.
The long hair with Taman. Yeah, I'm here.
I thought the list was good. It almost felt like at some points, maybe the person making the list kind of didn't want to upset any fan bases, so he kind of filled the list with older groups, older generations, things that are like certified with a stamp, like you can't
Yeah,
repeat.
you can't even be mad.
And then kind of come back with maybe a few things like BTS at 3 definitely seems low. But it's undeniable that they should be on the list.
Oh, somebody looked like they commented about it.
So,
in the paragraph.
so like kind of putting them at 3 gets them on the list so people can't be mad, oh, well, they didn't make the list. Yeah, they were top 3, but it also doesn't push anybody the wrong way that thinks that's something that maybe, oh, why isn't NCT up there, or why isn't another group that I like up there that's just as modern. So this way, it alleviates all that. BTS on the Mount Rushmore, period, point blank, and then you kind of fill it out with maybe second generations, first generations that nobody can refute, nobody can argue, nobody can say anything about, that were also big moments in K-pop, so they double down on it.
Right.
And it just, like, if I'm making a list on such a explosive subject, I would probably, if I cared about that, I would probably do it the same way.
It's funny because I was thinking about this during the video, why Rain wasn't mentioned.
They say it right here.
Yeah. And I was like,
I thought Rainism might have been.
Yeah, that definitely was another change, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe take off one of the EXO songs and then put
and
like a Rain up.
Yeah, and that's what someone was saying. It was like this video, even though 3rd and 4th gen people were pissed, the video seems like this is more of kind of 1st or 2nd gen. Like, you know, they're them kind of ironically paving the way to later generations and stuff. Love Scenario, that'd have been Icon. Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
That was funny, I read that comment.
EXO changed the whole K-pop industry. There was no GOT7 up in here.
Oh, somebody said 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Which would have been more SM, if I'm not mistaken. So it definitely, like I said, that's definitely another group that wasn't up on here as well.
Yeah,
NCT,
Smooth,
no NCT.
Cherry Bomb.
But see, this That's why stuff be hard, because like Fantastic Baby is the first K-pop song I truly loved. Like, obviously, like I said, these... Yeah. And you know how we is when...
Well, somebody said, sorry,
Somebody
said Gundam Style was basically what made them fall in love with the genre.
Somebody tried to argue with me before about that, because when we did the video for Gundam Style, they was like, this didn't...
Oh, no, I read that wrong.
Okay. Yeah, but someone was trying to argue with me about that, saying like Gundam Style didn't have no impact on K-pop at all. And I was just like...
a billion views. It has to have some type of impact. Whether it's negative,
Question. Was that argument taking place?
No, it was taking place in the comments.
Because I feel like you probably had that argument twice that time.
Yeah, probably.
I felt like you might have made that point twice.
Yeah, Stray Kids, God's Menu, ATEEZ, Blackpink, Twice, G-Idol, ITZY, Mama.
There's so much more out there.
No, but you see what I mean? Those would be more recent. And some of those, I don't think they're wrong. I think definitely maybe God's Menu. I think ATEEZ, maybe Answer or even Holla, Twice, Fancy, definitely I get. You know what I mean? Blackpink, whatever. And the song that kind of pushed them to the front. Mamamoo Hip, I definitely think could be up there. But it's like, those are newer groups, and now you're pushing people who are certified and like, on the Mount Rushmore off for something that may be bigger numbers now. But like, if we did the inflation test, it might kind of be comparable.
I feel like, I don't think you're wrong, but I feel like just pick whatever is the hotter song. I wouldn't use, because with that argument, that would almost make it always seem like basically I can't say nothing right now is a classic. Because like, let's say New Jeans drop something and it's fire. They drop Attention. Who am I to not say that song isn't iconic just because it's brand new?
No, and I'm not saying that at all, because I agree that some of the newer songs probably should be above some of these songs on the list. I'm saying the people that made this, like, for the sake of not offending any more current fan bases, just kind of made it let's elevate the Gen 2s and the Gen 1s, because nobody's going to argue that these people are iconic. Nobody is going to give us shit about leaving their group off the list for these icons who paved the way for them. Like they might say something here and there, but it won't be like the hellacious backlash of maybe having one group that doesn't like each other over another group. Well, not even the group, but the fan base that don't necessarily get along, and now they're arguing our comments about some shit that's like hypothetical list.
Yeah, I guess my thing too is when it's that saying, when you try to appease everybody, you appease nobody. So I agree with you in the sense of like, let's say, like, first off, iconic is an interesting word to use.
It's all into interpretation of what you consider iconic.
Just because, like, let's say K-pop group A has a music video, and when one of the most popular members like burst his shirt off or something like that, at the time that was iconic. But let's say like the song didn't really chart, or let's say like the song didn't kind of put up numbers that was like God tier numbers, but like since he did that, the song was kind of iconic based off of something that he did, because it was a moment. What are the quote unquote like parameters to kind of make something like iconic, quote unquote iconic? Because nowadays, if you argue with people, most people will kind of pull up numbers. They'll be like, well, this went number one on Spotify, it had 1 billion streams, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
That goes back to what you were saying before, but you weren't outside to know how the impact was and how it felt. Like, so, I mean, it's a slippery slope. Was not doing that. It's like, I was going to say, it's like arguing with some people about who use intellect and others who's got it by feelings. Like, sometimes you can't tell somebody how they feel. You just got to be like,
yeah, because
sorry,
I
you
feel
feel
like
that way.
at the end of the day, it comes down to what is a classic to you. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of things that I've watched, movies included, where I'm just like, this is an instant fucking classic. Watching Infinity Wars, instant classic. I walked out the movie saying that's probably the best movie I've ever seen.
But then you got some people who don't like it, and it's just like, well, all right, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. My opinion, say no. But
no, but that's real shit. Like, when I walked out of seeing Inception, I was like, this probably is the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I get it, and that's why I said maybe it's the word iconic, and they used the word top 20 iconic K-pop songs, not like music videos and everything else, or moments or groups.
Somebody probably think Shark Tornado is a classic. Sharknado is a classic.
Yeah.
Some people will say it's iconic because it made the like the jokey genre.
It rejuvenated like the jokey genre.
Satire genre, like it's now they saw it's profitable.
Yeah, I guess
Like
people just feel
profitable.
like it has to sit a while, collect some dust for it to
Become a cult classic.
Yeah.
So like you got movies like Iron Number 4 that's like that. Like they'll never get a sequel because they did bad, and I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. I love the movie.
Yeah.
But it'll never see the light of day. There will be no Iron Number 8.
Yeah. People probably I still think Game of Thrones is a classic even with the last season. I don't count the last season.
Well, that was a shit show. That was a
Yeah, I still think people do that, and I've been on base to argue that with shows, no show ends good.
Yeah.
It's only like
so
maybe
fun.
one or two shows where you just like, all right, cool. The Wire, people felt like didn't end well, and that's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Fresh Prince.
Didn't those niggas everyone just left? Didn't they sell a house?
I mean, I don't know how you would end a show like that.
Exactly. That's almost
Hard
any good
ending.
show. Yeah.
Well, that was
different.
You could just tell it was just so like
It was so awkward.
Yeah, but like it's always hard to end something. But
Because you're never gonna be satisfied, never gonna be fulfilled. Like especially if you like
now
the show.
look at Euphoria. Like rest in peace, Angus Cloud.
Big Bang Theory. Sheldon won the Nobel Peace Prize.
did it end good?
Yeah.
I thought it never ended. I felt like Sheldon had a spinoff and then it kept.
13 Reasons pissed me off. You better end good.
Like, comment, subscribe. Say nah.
Well, some shows don't get endings. The Order.
Money Heist had a pretty good ending,
Wow.
right?
Money Heist, yes.
Even though like
Jump in the Redeemers, do me a favor. Jump in the comments and if y'all have time, list your top 20 iconic K-pop songs. And I know Reese and a couple other people got me. But really, jump in the comments and, like I said, give me your 20 most iconic K-pop songs in your opinion.
Those are gonna be some interesting lists.
Yeah, and I want to see kind of how it is.
See the bias of people.
Because even with this was quote unquote probably SM heavy a little bit. I'm pretty sure like 10 of these tracks were SM tracks, which is interesting. And I can't wait to see maybe how this list would change just within 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, within maybe 2 years. But yeah, that was my spiel. Anything else I got?
bye.
No, I'm good.
CL, jump in the comments, give us a little bit more information about anything we missed. Give us a list if we can. And even if you want to do 10, give us 5. Let's just have a conversation.
I'm listening to Chuck more often, bro. That beat is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Now that I know what the word means.
The whole Alpha CD is just kind of like tough from everything we listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But jump in the comments, yo. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
Peace and hair grease.
Electro house and
You
hip hop
ready to say
also
that?
suits the
Yeah,
group.
dog, we really gotta watch the end of that because
I
me and you doing that simultaneously. That